This is Tamla Horsford, a 40-year-old mother of 5 who was described as being the life of the party. On November 3, 2018, Tamla headed out to celebrate the birthday of her friend Jeanne Myers. Jeanne had invited a group of friends over to spend the night, not wanting anyone to drink and drive. Tamla arrived with a bottle of tequila and an overnight bag. The party was originally meant to be all women, but Jeanne's boyfriend Jose and the husband of another attendee ended up sticking around. In total, the party included 9 women, 2 men, and 1 husband who, according to police interviews, only dropped off and picked up his wife. Out of these 12, 8 were planning to spend the night, including Tamla. While the women drank and socialized, they watched the LSU-Alabama game upstairs while the 2 men watched football in the basement. During this time, Tamla, the only habitual smoker at the party, regularly stepped out to the balcony to have a cigarette. She also smoked marijuana that night, but Jeanne asked her to stop because Jose, a former court officer, didn't approve. Photographs and videos captured during the night showed Tamla smiling and happy. The guests who weren't spending the night began to leave around 11:30 p.m., while those who were staying began heading to bed over the next couple of hours. According to police interviews, Tamla remained awake after Jeanne and Jose went to bed at around 1:30 a.m. The last person to see Tamla was Bridget Fuller, who was picked up by her husband at 1:47 a.m. In her statement, Bridget said that Tamla was eating and planned to smoke a cigarette before heading to bed. Over the next 10 minutes, the home security system registered the back door opening, closing, and then opening again for the last time at 1:57 a.m. Around 8:45 the next morning, Jeanne's Aunt Madeline headed into the kitchen to make a cup of coffee when she spotted Tamla laying face down in the grass. Madeline says she said a prayer before heading upstairs to find Jeanne, telling her that something appeared to be wrong with her friend from the island. Tamla was born in the Caribbean but moved to the U.S. when she was 11. Forsyth County got the 911 call just before 9 a.m. On the line, both Jeanne and Jose speak, saying that Tamla isn't moving and is stiff. Jeanne then adds she was drinking and it looks like, I'm guessing maybe she fell off the balcony. Police took measurements of the balcony, which was over 14 feet above the ground, but the railing of the balcony added nearly 4 additional feet. It was determined that marijuana and alcohol use likely contributed to an accidental fall from the balcony at 17 feet and 11 inches, and they closed the case. But there were still so many unanswered questions. How did Tamla, who, according to witness interviews, wasn't very drunk that night, manage to fall over a nearly 4-foot-tall railing into the backyard? How could a house full of people, some only asleep for less than a half hour, not hear her fall right outside of their bedroom window? Could that almost 18-foot fall not only cause death but a dislocated wrist, broken neck, and a laceration to the heart muscle? And what really happened when the back door opened just before 2 a.m. and why was it left open until the next morning?